What's going on, everyone? So we have some Scream 7 rumors. Take it with a grain of salt, right? As always, nothing's confirmed until it's confirmed, but let's get into it. So, Scream 7 rumors. 70-30 split. Sidney is the heart of the movie. Gale is front and center. Motherhood and family are the core of the story. Gale and Sidney's children share a special connection. Taylor gets along with Mark more than Sidney. Now, for those that are wondering, Taylor, who's Taylor? Taylor Swift. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. No, Taylor is Tatum, right? Sidney's daughter's name is expected to be Tatum in this film. However, they're not going to have it as Tatum in, the script, stuff like that, because, they don't want to until they start filming. You don't want that to leak. You don't want stuff to get out, right? So, anytime you see myself or others, I'm going over this news and information, and we say Taylor or something, it's because of Taylor is Tatum. Just something to kind of keep in mind. However, diving into this. So, Sidney and Gale, supposedly, again, there's other rumors that are going around. Rumors, keep it in mind, rumors, that Gale, Courtney Cox, is actually signed back on. That she signed on, I believe at the end of last week was the word. And that she's a go. They have it worked out. Filming, they're gearing up, getting ready to start filming, and that's great, if that's true. Again, we don't know for certain. Last we heard, Courtney Cox was not signed on with Scream. However, 70-30 split. This is supposed to be kind of more Sidney. She's supposed to be the heart of the film. She's going to be the focus, the main kind of character. I do imagine that you're going to have other characters kind of orbiting her. Talks about her neighbors, talks about, obviously her daughter, and her daughter being a real focal point in this film. And then Gale Weathers, she's going to be a part of this. Kirby is supposed to be in this film, and they're supposed to kind of use that to establish and set up the Kirby movie that's supposed to come out. So you're going to have that 70-30 split. I'm all for it. I just want there to be a real emphasis and focus, right? Talks about family. That needs to be front and center. That needs to be important. Scream 7 has a real opportunity here that we've never had in the Scream franchise, and that is to have that family element, that family dynamic. Scream has always been a family-style connection, right? You think, going back to Sidney, like it all started with the mother, and then full circle with the brother, and, you have her niece and all that, right? Like, even killer-wise, right? You had, Billy, and then you had Billy's mother, and then Scream 5 kind of followed that trend. Even Sam was Billy's daughter, right? Scream has always kind of followed and maintained a family dynamic, but not in the sense of like you have a father, mother, and children who are targeted by Ghostface like you have the potential to do in this movie. I said it before, if you're going to, you can't set up and establish Sidney Prescott and her children as well as her husband, given what we know of her character and her past, and just go nowhere with it. You just can't do that. You gotta have, if you're going to go about and to set something like that up, like they just dropped this bombshell in a Scream 5, you gotta go somewhere with it. You gotta tell a story, right? So I do want to see, and I do hope that this is very, Sidney's daughter, Tatum, who supposedly is being played by McKenna Grace. Great. I'm all for it. But you need, have this be about Sidney. Have this be about Gale. That's fine. But I need to see, what is Sidney like as a mother? What is her relationship with their children? Supposedly her and Tatum don't get along. They, she's a helicopter parent. She's overbearing, right? You got a teenager. Teenagers really don't usually bode well, right? When you're basically trying to dictate everything that they're doing. But given Sidney's past, given the way that Sidney has always had to deal with things, right, it makes sense. Makes sense that they go that route. You have this Gale connection it talks about. Gale has this special connection to the children. And, her and Sidney have always had this love-hate relationship. Right? Gale and Sidney have always kind of been, frenemies at times. But you've seen their relationship really develop, blossom, and grow. You can see Gale really being that anti-Gale to these kids. And, she being the one that could just be cutthroat. Like, you mess with Sidney's kids, I'm coming for you type thing, right? Like, even maybe more so than Sidney, right? Just because it's Gale. That's what Gale is. Like, I can see the relationship. I can see the dynamic. I can see the kind of, anti-Gale route. But I really do want there to be an emphasis, ideally on the entire family. But at least, if you're going to have McKenna Grace be in this film, one, I think you need to do right by her and do justice. She is a good actress. She's been in quite the catalog. I do think that she could fill that role nicely. But also, you need to establish other characters beyond Sidney and Gale. Like, even if Sidney and Gale are willing to do another 3, 4, 5 films, at some point, that's gonna run its course. At some point, Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox are either gonna get too old or they're gonna end up not wanting to do it anymore, right? Take a break, retire, whatever. So it would be nice to kind of develop and establish new characters that you can kind of continue to grow and build the franchise on. If it's Sidney's daughter, fine, right? I'm all for it. Tell new stories. Right? Also, that always kind of allows you to kind of keep a tie between Sidney and Gale as well, right? But you don't have to have them in as big of roles going forward. And you can also justify, right? Like, especially if she wants to, because it's kind of the Sam and Tara story. Sam is incredibly overbearing. Sam is, helicopter parent, wants to keep Tara safe. Tara just wants to be a free bird. I'm a peacock. I need to fly. If you get the reference, you get the reference. But like, that's the idea. That's the point, right? Like, Sam is overbearing. You're getting that same thing from Sidney, but you get it because of Sidney's past. Sidney's trying to protect her. Sidney's worried. Like, everyone I know, everyone I love dies. And at any moment, at any point, Ghostface is going to come back for me. Right? You can also play almost that Laurie Strode Halloween angle. Right? I mean, even like H2O played that angle, right? Like, you could have the almost paranoid at times Sidney Prescott of like, she's on edge of like, she's waiting for the day. And supposedly, again, based on rumors, Mark Kincaid and Tatum have a better relationship. He's kind of more laxed, which makes sense. It's like, from one, just the dad dynamic. Two, it's also the, like, okay, yes, we were attacked, but we were attacked, 20 years ago, right? Like, the previous attack had nothing, like, it wasn't targeting you exactly, right? Like, you if you never went to Woodsboro, they never would have attacked you. Like, they didn't come looking for you. Right? Like, Ghostface hasn't came and looked for you in 26 years. Right? Like, Scream 5, you went to them again. So, both times, you've gone to Ghostface. Right? Stop going to Ghostface, and Ghostface will leave you alone type thing. Right? Like, so I can see kind of that idea of, like, he's the one that's, kind of, hey, let her be a kid, let her go out, enjoy her life. Can't keep her cooped up and trapped up forever. Some point, you got to let the peacock fly. Again, if you get the reference, you get the reference. But, I do. I want to see the family dynamic. I want to see good character development, good storytelling, which 5 and 6 haven't really given me much confidence in that regard. But it is what I want to see. And I'm hoping with Kevin Williamson in the fold and in the mix that we actually get some of that. You gotta, like I said, you gotta build characters. But I want this to stick with the family element. You have an opportunity here we've never had. We've never had the family element. Or I should say family dynamic. Because we've had the elements, had kind of it sprinkled through the background. But this is an opportunity where you have a husband and wife having to not only protect themselves, but now their children. Sidney is not responsible just for herself. She's responsible for her husband, her children. The effect that's going to take on, man, the only reason we're being attacked is because I'm Sidney Prescott. I always knew that my children, this is why I didn't want to have children. Like, you can start seeing the psyche. You can start seeing the breakdown. You can start seeing the emotional trauma that could cause to Sidney Prescott. Daughter gets slashed or something like that. And it's like, now Sidney's dealing with the emotions of like, no, this is because of me. I have to stop this. I have to put an end to it, right? Like, there's a real opportunity here, in my opinion, for just a completely different Scream film that could have some real success and kind of add a new element that we haven't gotten. And I really hope that that's the route that they go. I really hope that's how they continue to build with this. But no, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Time will tell. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Are you excited for this? Do you like these little rumors? Again, it's just rumors. Take it with a grain of salt. Do not take it too seriously. Obviously, stuff is great. It happens, great. But, things change. Things get out that change and stuff like that. So, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Love to hear it either way down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.